Factory sealed games. That's a tricky subject, and this is why I say it's a tricky subject. Because most of these games people are buying now, you don't know if it's resealed by people from their own house. And what do I mean by that? Well, you can buy the sealers and reseal a game and then repost it on eBay. It could have been a complete unboxed game. Now you just jump the price to $200 for that particular game because it is factory sealed in box. Um, so that's becoming a real big issue. And also, you can tell if something's odd if you find the same dealer having 30 to 40 factory sealed collections of a particular things. Don't get me wrong, it has happened where people have stumbled across a lot of factory sealed games. I had a buddy who stumbled across a guy who had 6 factory sealed Custer's Last Stand for the Atari. So it is kind of common. It's not common for that to occur, is the best way to put it. So do I ever buy factory sealed boxes? No. On another note, I like to play my games. I really would like to have factory sealed games. That's 785 boxes you're going to have to display. That's also, a lot of manuals and a lot of research goes behind that stuff to make sure you're buying an honest purchase. Now, if you do want a factory sealed game, I would go with one that's been graded. And what do I mean by graded? There's companies that actually grade products. Some are really, really reliable. Some are just really cheap and easy to produce. So go and figure out what company you really like as a liable company. Now, so once you do that, you're looking at a different price range. You're looking from something that could have been as simple as a factory sealed Demolition Man being $30. You're now going up to $230 to $300 for that particular game. Also, with that, depending on what game you're looking at, I've been looking online. I can find factory sealed, graded copies of Contra, not Contra, I'm sorry, Chrono Trigger for $7,500, or I could find this one, which is brand new, Chrono Trigger sealed factory SNES for $152.50 with 37 bidders. Now, okay, I can say that this Contra that I'm looking at right now, Chrono Trigger, I'm looking at now, they don't actually show any of the seams. You don't know how it's actually been sealed. It doesn't look like there's a lot of damage to it, which makes it really odd to me, because a perfectly sealed box seems a little fishy. Now, when you look at a graded box, in some games, yeah, you're going to find factory sealed just because they weren't good sellers and they had to distribute it somewhere else. But, the factory sealed Chrono Trigger VGA grade 90, how it took the picture shot of it, you can see how it was sealed on the corners, and you can look and figure it out. Some boxes you can kind of tell because if they resealed it, that it still has a lot of damage on it, so it was a complete unbox. They took it home, they resealed it, and how they resealed it, like the paper that was sprayed on a corner or something because of multiple uses starting to show up on it, instead of like if you drop a box, it's going to ding up, it's not going to fray like that. So you need to be careful if you're buying factory sealed boxes. Again, like I said, I'm not something I enjoy. I don't want something that, ooh, it looks pretty to look at. I want to play it. And that's another big issue, because of rarity, your product, that particular thing you bought, let's say you did buy Chrono Trigger, okay, cool, so you just got a really rare game. How rare is it? Is the other guy who might have, bought another one, just opened that one? Well, that makes your game even more rare. We don't know how many's on the market. And tomorrow, someone could buy a storage facility or a storage center or, just one of the sheds in auction, And they could open it up tomorrow and find 7,000 copies of Chrono Trigger sealed, factory sealed. That means that game you just spent a lot of money on is now worth as much as dirt. You know, the product is really, really hard to verify how many of these things are still in existence. So, you know, that's my opinion. If you have different ways to do it, please post another video to it. I would like to know.